Nijisanji's situation got so much worse. Now, apparently, this is still going on.
Hey, what's up, guys? Right here. It seems to never end. Every single time, it seems like the nijisanji related drama is starting to die down. Either their management or their livers decides to stoke the flames and once again cause more issues. This time, we're going to see 3 EN livers make some questionable statements when replying to users criticizing them on Twitter. Now, we've seen a common tactic with nijisanji EN in the past where they drop these sort of group tweets where they all send out a tweet at the same time with a similar message. In the past, we saw this class.
This must be another coincidence. Definitely another coincidence, guys. Completely unplanned.
Example where they all said, "We love nijisanji, our family, blah, 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 blah." Well, we've seen a new edition of that yesterday where a bunch of the livers tweeted out that they love artists and made related tweets based on that. Now, everything was going good until it didn't, where 3 of their livers would decide to clap back at the haters in the replies. Now, the severity of these replies definitely vary. One is a more typical clapback. The next is starting to get a little defensive about recent criticism of their organization. And the latter is an example of one of their livers discriminating against a group of people based on the color of their skin.
Thank God, now we have something fun.
Sexual preference. Yeah, not good stuff. But we're going to start with this one from Wilson. So he makes this tweet saying, "Also, never let anyone bully you into stopping drawing what you are passionate about. Fan art is the cutest stuff ever." Where a user replies saying, "Good thing no one gets bullied in nijisanji N," of course making a reference to the recent Doki Bird situation, where Wilson would reply with this: "Did you form that opinion from your favorite drama tuber? You doing this is harassment. Leave my community alone and spend time doing things you love instead of spreading trash."
Oh, yeah. Well, this is people, like, because I've made videos about this before. People love to get mad about this and, like, blame it on, like, drama, YouTubers, or whatever. But, like, there's plenty of people that don't have videos made about them all the time because they're not causing trouble all the time. It's actually pretty simple. How is it that people don't understand this? And also, it's just like, I don't know why people feel the need to make comments about this kind of stuff. Do you know what I do whenever people do this? I look at the tweet, and I block them, and then I look at everybody that liked the tweet, and then I block all of them too. And then you do that a few times, and then it stops happening.
Now, this is an outrageous
What's the problem with that?
2 reasons. Number one,
easy.
It is a very bold call-out. The target of this drama tuber classification here...
It's you. It's you. And the reality is that it should be me. Like, really, everybody should be mad at me. Because I've gone way harder on this than almost anybody else has. And I've been way more mean about it. But since I'm not in, like, the VTuber community as much, well, nobody really talks about that.
Is very wide. Normally, when it comes to
nobody's mad at me? Well, at least they're not mad at me about
you think of me and maybe another handful of people as kind of the faces of that, the people that are larger channels covering it. But in this situation with nijisanji and their recent drama, it's been picked up by a lot of channels outside of the usual suspects, including people like Charlie covering the situation.
Very true.
Or other people like Pyrocynical or Mudahar. This has gone very, very mainstream because the actions of nijisanji management...
It's a mainstream L. You bring attention to dumb shit by covering it. That's what I do. I love that.
And some of their EN livers are outrageous, and people are calling that out across the board on YouTube. So to label drama tubers in this context is a very big net to cast. Now, going back to the statement, we see the second part about this idea of a bully. So this user is referring to a bully in nijisanji N, and basically Wilson is saying that you got that opinion from your favorite drama tuber. My brother in Christ, people got that idea from your own management. It wasn't drama tubers or YouTubers propagating this idea out of thin air. They're basing that accusation of a bully being, or bullies being in your company based on the termination announcement from Any Color, where they acknowledge a bully or bullies in the company. They threw you under the bus. There was an angry mob.
Not under the bus. They threw you in front of the bus. So the bus would hit you and not them.
Heading your way.
And they were also driving the bus. It's kind of like the worst way to do it.
They pointed
and it was going
in
fast.
Your direction
Yeah, true.
By naming you in this termination announcement. This is the group that gave out this information about the bully. It's not just the people covering this whole situation.
Mm-hmm.
It is Nijisanji themselves that made this idea public. Now, moving forward, we all know that this action by Nijisanji has greatly affected
everybody.
A lot of the livers. It's caused extensive damage. At this point in the last 30 days, Nijisanji EN livers have lost hundreds of thousands of subscribers collectively. In fact, the 20th was the first day where the entire group didn't lose subscribers. It was the first day. And then these
this isn't really going to hurt them in the long run, like in terms of subs, because if they make good content in the future, people will just forget about this. The same as they do with everything. Like, the only apology that the internet cares about is better content. But this is still pretty substantial. People have goldfish memory? They sure do. Who's 430? Oh, this was a combination of all of them.
Come out and say this stuff.
Yeah.
But what Wilson said is nowhere near what Yuki said.
Ooh.
So Yuki Violet, as you can see, very popular EN liver from
almost
Nijisanji.
1 million followers.
They would go on to say some very disparaging things about groups of people based on the color of their skin.
Oh, thank God.
And their sexual
Here we
preference.
go.
Definitely not helping this whole situation. So here is the thread of responses. Yuki, once again, making a positive artist tweet where this user would reply saying, "What do you think about straight white men?"
See what they're... So, they, what do you call it? This is what people do like this. They make comments like this to try to farm people liking them in order to deflect from a situation.
Remind us of your opinion about straight white men, please, Mr. Positivity and Love Spreader. So this comment will actually have a history, as we'll see. It's not just out of thin air.
I was about to say.
It's more of a troll reply. I don't know why you would reply to this in the first place. It's not a good idea. And it was certainly not a good idea to reply with this. Yuki saying they're just as irresponsible and selfish as your response. So they are essentially calling an entire group of people irresponsible and selfish. Obviously not a very smart thing to do in a position like this. Now,
well, it's obviously bad. Yeah, it's obviously a bad thing. And it's crazy to me that this guy baited him into doing this, and he just did it. It is insane. It's been a long time responding to a grown man. This is probably a 12-year-old kid. Why these idiots respond, I don't know. Like, this is why I almost never respond to anybody on Twitter. Because there's no reason to. You're not going to change their mind. You're not going to do anything. Like, if you go and you read my Twitter, I will reply to some people every once in a while. But, like, there are so many hate threads about me. When was the last time that I said anything at all? Oh, there's somebody. This is on December. Yeah, I just don't do this shit. Reformed? That's because I went back. He's spoken on straight white men a lot. He views it as a positive to hate on whites. Well, there's plenty of racists out there. I mean, there's plenty of them. Like, guaranteed, listen, there's plenty of people that feel the same way about black people. It's just not as popular to say it, so they don't say it. Like, if it was popular to say bad stuff about black people, you'd see tons of streamers saying bad stuff about black people. That's just how it is. Or Asians or white people. It's just because people are fucking racist. Like, I don't know why this is such a shock. I mean, there's obviously an inherent unfairness that Like it's like more socially acceptable to be racist towards white people than black people. It's obviously fucking stupid, right? But yeah, I mean, I don't find this to be particularly offensive, really. There's plenty of people that are racist.
A lot of people on Twitter.
He's South Korean, that's why he's racist. Oh, are they all racist? But they're the one. See, that's my point, right? You guys see what I'm saying?
Know that attacking white people or straight people
is
safe.
See?
You can do that on Twitter and places like that with no blowback, okay? But at the same rate, you have nijisanji defenders and alike saying...
He got a ton of blowback. He got 500 comments on this, and it got retweeted 1,000 times. This guy's getting absolutely shit on for saying this. I guarantee you he's getting shit on for saying this.
That what Yuki replied with is in no way racist because you can't be racist to white people based on this definition of racism. Or they're trying to say that white people are trying really hard to be oppressed. Now, I don't think you have to go really that deep. You just need to ask a very simple question in this context. Do you think it's okay to belittle and treat people differently based on the color of their skin or their sexual preference?
Well, the reason why people do this is because they're fucking weirdos that have just been reinforced this behavior for years and years and years by consuming content that's like this. These are the same people that, like, like on Twitter, there's like these guys that have, like, I swear to God, every single Twitter account that is a picture of a statue is the most racist fucking account that you can ever imagine. Like, you open that up and it's going to be like every FBI crime statistic from the last 35 years. And then it's going to be like cross-referenced with like different things that happened in like Europe and like, different like, economic stratospheres. That's exactly fucking it. So yeah, and now, like, here's the thing, right, is everybody says Twitter is more racist now. Well, yeah, it's more racist now, but it used to be racist against white people, and now it's just racist against everybody. And people just don't really like that type of equality. Because most people, they want to be able to be hostile and rude and be racist. They just don't want people to do it to them. That's it. Facts are racist? Well, yeah, I think that it is racist. Like, for example, if you if you say that, like, oh, wow, well, like, how is it possible that if, for example, you make an argument that, okay, this group commits more crime. Okay, sure. Well, men commit more crime. Should we treat them like they're criminals? No. Because people aren't statistics. You should treat people like people, don't we? No, we don't treat like men like criminals. But there are instances where it happens, and I will be upset about those, and I'll be complaining about those just as much as I complain about the racist shit. I do it every time. Just because it's true doesn't mean it's not rude. Well, it's not about it being rude. It's that, condensing a group of people down to a statistic and then applying that statistic to another person that might not necessarily share that group of people's behavior is bad. Does that make sense? It's fundamentally dehumanizing. You're saying that you are no longer a person with your own wants and needs. You are instead part of this greater statistic, and thus I will make decisions on your virtue for you. It's hypocritical also? Well, and who cares about that? Everybody's hypocritical. Not if you say no, you're retarded. I mean, shit.
If you think it is okay in some circumstances to do that, you're a problem. Tweets like this are a problem.
It's all, and I don't know. Yeah, by the way, this is always bad. Anytime that you group people together based off of an immutable characteristic and then demonize them, it's bad. I would even say anytime that you group people together and then even say something that's good about them, it's bad. Yeah, I think this is bad no matter what. Do you believe in systematic oppression? Is that a fallacy? I think there's probably some truth to it, but also I think the best way to avoid being oppressed and avoid being put in crime, in prison, is to not commit crime. Don't break the law. Don't commit crime. Comply with police officers. Don't resist arrest. And that will be your best chance. You do that, you're going to be in a better you're going to be in a better spot than anything else. What? Yeah, true.
Why anyone would put up with this. It's not necessary, it's toxic, and it alienates a large portion of your audience.
How do you
for
do this?
Absolutely no reason. You didn't have to reply to this, besides the fact it just looks horribly unprofessional as a professional nijisanji Ian Liver. But moving forward, that was kind of just my response, right? I didn't really want to go too deep in this. I thought it was really only worthy of a tweet going over this. Not much else to say.
Well, it's like also like how many, like, I think that there's a lot of like white people that watch VTubers. And like, I'm sorry, but like if somebody says something negative about like men or like straight people or white people, because I'm a straight white man, that will make me more uncomfortable around them. Because I don't want to be around people that have some sort of like inherent distrust for me. I don't care if they think that I'm one of the good ones. That's just weird. I don't want to deal with that. What the fuck?
Until I saw this tweet from Kirsha.
Oh my God. It's a fucking supercut of every time he was weird about white people. Oh God, here we go. Let's hear it.
Saying, fun supercut of every time Yuki Violetta was weird about white people. Now this is a 5.5 minute long compilation
Holy shit.
of Yuki saying
I gotta watch
disparaging
this.
things about white people.
Oh God.
You gotta be
see
some
it.
kind of a weirdo to have a 5+ minute long compilation of you attacking a group of people.
To be fair, I think you could make a 5+ minute compilation of attacking a group of people by recording anybody on Xbox Live for 10 minutes. But as somebody who does it for their job, it's not quite as common.
Based on the color of their skin. Now, I'm not going to sit here and play the entire 5.5 minute clip, but I'm going to give you a quick compilation of some of his greatest
6 minutes.
Involved
Yeah,
in
the
this
other 5
subject.
minutes would be them AFK.
Oh, one does. I
Can I have
guess.
a person from each team join me over
White
here?
people.
Shit.
Naruhodo. He's sweet. Yeah, he is. Haha. Surprise. White man does the bare minimum.
Mhm.
You know how when like white people kiss?
I don't. What do you fucking mean? What?
Like in the movies and stuff, when white people kiss, it's like they look like they're in pain. You know what? White people's hot dog sucks in more way than one.
You know what I think? I think that this guy probably says the same kind of stuff about black people and about other races of people whenever he's off stream. I think that's what he does. And he just, like, because this guy, I mean, this is 100% what it is. It's like, this is the racism, this is his maximum power level that he's allowed to show. But I guarantee you, if you get this guy off stream, yeah, this is the tip of the iceberg.
Literally $0.
Yeah, basically, like, if you don't look like he does, which, I mean, I'm sorry to say, this is a white guy. He's got white skin. It's a bit odd, isn't it? Isn't it odd?
Fucking.
Ooh.
It's because the hosts are two white people. It kind of looks bad. It kind of looks like it would match you if you or a pasty white person. So I'm gonna click out of that. You're just walking around.
That one
and then
doesn't seem so bad. It could be in different context.
This old white couple
Yeah.
passes by you and they're like, hello, whatever. And I'm like, hello? Can I help you? We don't know each other.
I would love to have a conversation with this guy off stream. I would probably learn about statistics that I had no idea about. Like, bro, like, I would learn about, like, these things, these, like, genetic differences between race. It's like, wait, what? I didn't even know that.
Why did you say hello? Why are you smiling at me?
Is he Asian? I don't know. I mean, I'm sorry to say, but, like, looks like a white guy.
Why are you talking to me? What business do you have
Yeah.
with me?
So that's only a small portion of his comments about white people. If
Right.
you want the full compilation, I'll put a link to the thread in the description. But regardless of your feelings about
South
the
Asian.
situation, can we agree on something very basic? What he is saying is weird. It is weird to have such a focus on
It is weird, and I think that, like, you know, for example, there are people that tell, like, they tell, like, racist jokes, and it's like, you can tell whenever somebody's telling, like, a joke, and whenever somebody's, like, genuinely racist. I think this guy's, like, actually racist. And I guarantee you, if you get this guy off stream, he probably has opinions about South Americans, about Mexicans, about black people, probably about different other types of people in Asia, opinions about Russians, Africans, like fucking Egypt. Bro, this guy is... like, yeah, if you had him do a tier list, it would take him a long time because he'd have to think about so many different stereotypes. Like, Jesus. Oh, God. Russians are race? Well, I mean, it's not really a race, but, like, in general, Slavic people are viewed as, like, a group. Yeah, sure. And I bet he probably has an opinion on that. How much do you want to bet that he has an opinion on that?
group of people that your hatred of them
100%.
starts to leak out into your professional career to the point where there is a compilation of you speaking negatively about that group of people. It is a very weird thing. Now, places like Twitter will applaud this because, like I said, being anti-white or anti-straight is something that is applauded on spaces like this. But if you show...
It used to be. It's not anymore because the people that were complaining about it, just, you know, there's none of them are banned anymore. Like, you can say whatever you want on Twitter now. And so, yeah, it's way less. And you saw that whenever the guy made his original post. Like, he got ratioed like crazy. It still is. Oh, yeah, no. But, like, there's, like, for example, like, there'll be a viral tweet about white people being stupid. But then, like, a day later, there'll also be a viral tweet about, like, black people being stupid or Mexicans being stupid or another group of people being stupid. It's like everybody's racist on Twitter, not just against white people. That's the difference.
Compilations like this to a normal person, they will think you're very weird. They will think this treatment of other people based on the color of their skin is something to not be celebrated, regardless of who it's directed at or what group it's directed at. And a lot of people have been raising other comparisons where they're comparing this
just a racist,
situation to other things that have happened in the history of nijisanji, like a situation that involved now graduated VTuber Kyo. So only a few months ago, Kyo was under immense fire from people on social media for comments he made about Koreans, where he basically...
I told you, man. I told you, bro. These guys, like, they're, if you... It doesn't matter. Like, people, is he Chinese? I don't know. Yeah, what's he?
Compared
Is he Korean? Yeah, what was he? He's white? Yep, there it is.
Topic of plastic surgery and affixed that to Korean people.
Uh-huh.
Now, he was dragged. Okay, initially he was not going to
let's see it.
apologize for anything and really doubled down. But
Yeah.
people got really mad and called him a racist and demanded that nijisanji must do something. Now, we saw eventually Kyo would apologize for these comments and would take some time off to reflect on his actions. Basically,
No, I want to see the tweet. I want to see it. Yellow kill me. Okay, let me see if I find this real quick. And I think that's what pisses people off, is that he can say something like this that could be racist, but then the other guy says something that is also for sure racist, and then he doesn't have to do an apology. Because I'm pretty much sure that he did this because the company told him to do it. It's a double standard. It's old, isn't it? November 2023. Oh, God. And this person looks like they're professionally on Twitter. This is going to be hard to do. All right, so this is what the guy said. Let's listen to it ourselves. Decide if it's racist.
I'm afraid you made a serious mistake in one of your streams by associating Korea as a country that only has surgeries, and that was a racist act. Could you apologize to your Korean fans? No, I'm not apologizing, and here's why. What I said was not racist at all. All I said was that I went to Korea to get the surgery. Korea, factually, is known as a plastic surgery hub in the world, okay? It is. Whether you want to acknowledge it or not, it's very known for their plastic surgery.
Yeah, a lot of people get plastic surgery there. It's obvious. Yeah, for sure. It is.
Among
it's
other
true. Like, whenever I go to get a hair transplant, where do people say to go? Go to fucking Turkey. They all say go to Turkey. Why is it everybody say it? Do you think it's because people hate Turkish people? No.
things, okay? Some people might know Korea because of K-pop. Some people might know Korea because of various other things. But globally, Korea is a plastic surgery hub in the world, okay? It is. So me making a joke that said that I went to Korea to get surgery is not racist. In fact, if anything, it's just playing on the fact that I'm going somewhere where plastic surgery is popular and very good. So if anything, it's a compliment to how good the Korean plastic surgery marketing is, okay? That's like if I said I went to Turkey for a hair transplant. Turkey is the hub for hair transplants in the world.
Smart dude. I like this guy.
For cheap hair transplants, right? So
yeah,
that wouldn't be racist either. And I think the fact that you think it's racist and you're begging an apology out of me is your problem. Personally.
He's totally
I'm not gonna
fucking
apologize
right.
To you.
He's
sorry.
completely fucking right.
Care.
He's 100%
It's
right.
not racist at all.
Absolutely
I said
not.
nothing negative about Korea, nothing negative about Korean people. Just because I said something that was factually associated with the country does not mean it's racist.
Based as fuck. He left nijisanji. I told you he's a smart dude. There it is. Yeah, and apologized. Yeah, probably because they made him. Yeah, he didn't say anything wrong.
And called him a racist and demanded that nijisanji must do something. Now, we saw eventually Kyo would apologize for these comments and would take some time off to reflect on his actions.
What a G.
Basically, a subtle suspension, and it's something that we know that nijisanji has done with other livers, a stealth suspension where...
It's called stereotyping? It's not stereotyping to say that in a certain country, in a certain culture, things happen this way. That's not stereotyping. He's not saying that all Koreans get plastic surgery. There's two totally different fucking things.
They don't officially announce it, but it's clear because of the break that was likely what was going on. But people compare his comments to that of Yuki.
Totally.
And they're very confused.
Wait, the other guy that has like a 5-minute compilation of it? Oh my god.
As to why Yuki has never been punished.
The 5-minute
really
compilation.
Of course. For any of these comments
he's
about
right.
white people. And the hypocrisy, of course, is glaring in this situation. But moving forward, a lot of people compare
Yeah.
some of the comments made by Yuki to that of Victoria, who also clapped back at a now deleted post saying, "Explain to me how supporting fan artists makes me a corporate bootlicker without using random buzzwords you learned this week." Now, this reply is...
I think that they all did. Yeah, I'm gonna just say it, bro. Like, he might not say it. I'm gonna say it. I think that their corporate had them make all these posts about artists to try to farm sympathy to gain credit back in the community. I think this thing's totally fucking fake. I think the personalities are fucking fake. I think everything you see out of them is fake. They don't even own what they are. They're not even in control of their own IP. You really think you're gonna get anything authentic out of this? It's all a fucking scam. You think that they're all gonna randomly tweet this shit out at the same time? Get the fuck out of here. How stupid can you be? And it's working too. It's got 20,000 likes. Come on. It's all fucking fake.
is aggressive and
Especially
probably not the best
this.
idea given the current situation
People are
Nijisanji
so
is in.
stupid.
But I don't think this is in any way comparable to what Yuki said.
Bunch of
This
fake
comment
fucks.
is directed towards a negative reply to her tweet that has to do with the substance of what that person was saying.
Yeah.
Yuki's tweets and the compilation of their comments on stream has to do with the traits of a human being, the color of their skin. That's a lot more serious than something like this that normally people would just applaud as a funny clapback by a VTuber, especially one from Nijisanji. But as you can tell, this situation has continued to get worse, and really the PR nightmare for Nijisanji continues, and it's really been carried on at this point by the livers, because management hasn't done much openly, at least, over the past week or so.
It's not their fault. They're getting harassed constantly, and you're gonna reach a breaking point where you say something because you're getting like 1,000 comments a day accusing you of trying to make a girl commit suicide. Like, that's the truth. Like, obviously that's what's gonna happen. They are fake, but there are moments of realness, unfortunately. And whenever you see them, well, that's a good thing, because that means it's a new time for a video. It's just, that's the reality, guys. Come on. What are we talking about?
But the livers, through their joint address made on Alira's channel and through these recent replies, has stoked the flames.
Another fake thing that the company probably had them do collectively, that they're all tweeting out this thing that she's going live. How fucking how can people be so fucking stupid to fall in line with this? It's astonishing to me. Like, how is it so pathetic to get farmed like pigs?
And made the drama continue. But
oh my
for now,
god,
that's the update on the Nijisanji related situation. And as always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Jesus, guys.
Hey, what's up?
I don't even know what to say. Get them on a routine schedule. Yeah, it's so pathetic, bro. Like, it's just, and you know that the saddest thing about it is it's like, just go and make your bag and get your money. But like, I don't want to hear about how this is like anything more than that. Just be entertaining and that's it. And also, like, what about the fans? Because the fans have to be responsible at some point. How the fuck do you play into this? How the fuck do you buy into this? How are you so fucking stupid that you can't see that you're obviously being farmed like a fucking pig? I don't get it. And like, I understand, right? I know a lot of girls that farm guys like pigs. And they do it for money. And the guys say, "Oh, baby, please make me squeal." But the difference is that these guys don't know they're pigs. You know? They don't even know it. How does this happen? It's so weird, speaking from experience. Bro, I'm just saying that's the way it is. They don't know. Low IQ, but like how low, right? Like Jesus, man. Engagement metrics. Yeah, they're farming engagement metrics to try to break the algorithm of negative publicity. It's obvious, like, that they're all going to make these tweets about it. And I know that I'm probably, like, really mean about this, but I want everybody to know that I mean every fucking word of it. I completely mean it. I'm not, you know, like, oh, I'm not taking it in, like, oh, the most extreme way. I am not mean enough. If there was no rules, I would say this 1,000 times fucking worse, right? Like, this is it. Like, I hate these people. They're so fucking pathetic. And it's like, it's not even I don't hate the nijisanji people, because, like, what, are you gonna hate a farmer? What? I mean, come on. You gotta make money somehow. But it's the pigs, bro. The pigs that think that they're not. Why being hateful? Because they're stupid. I'll give you guys the video. Give it a like. This is a good video. I like this. Don't hate the farmer, hate the farm. Yeah, exactly.